What's up, guys? This is Getty. Today we're going to break down electricity, as in how it works, why we need it, and why should I learn it. So as you all know, electricity came out with the recent update 2019. Sadly, I don't see enough of it in the servers I play on. Electricity has been a game changer for me, and I want to help you understand just what you can do with this update. This isn't the fast, here's one scenario video. This is a breakdown of all things electric and why you really should be using it, and teaching you just how easy it really can be to learn. I know you've been there, wipe after wipe, getting worn out on rust. We've all been there. Then that mini heli was released. Epic, yes it was. And now we have circuits. The only thing missing, in my opinion, is the hopper that collects the gear when my trap bases kill players as I'm offline. We've all been there. We go offline, we get back on, somebody's raided us, they didn't make it through, their stuff got, decayed. But I can't wait for that release, just saying. But honestly, electricity, as complicated as it seems, can really grow on you and help you day to day life in Rust. First and foremost, stop recycling electronic components. Let's face it, you don't get much from it. You'll get a couple HQ, that's about it. But I recommend creating one chest, and every time you get something new, place it in that chest. Then, when you gather enough scrap, I challenge you to research every component. Research costs on average for electric components is only 20 scrap. On average. That's like 4 standard crates. It's a no-brainer. Because trust me, when you watch these videos and you see just what electricity can do for you and your base, you don't want to be wandering the map looking for that one item that you can't find, even though 3 days ago you threw it in a recycler thinking you would never use it. So if you're ready to use those components and get the pure English version of how it all works, then click that subscribe, as I'm going to be starting a new series that is devoted to unlocking all potentials with electricity and why you should be using it. And with that, let's get started. Welcome to first grade, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is a pure electricity, simple English, how you should use it, why you should use it, and how it's going to work for you. Stop those raiders before they even get to your base. So with that, let's start episode 1 of series 1. This is, what is electricity? How is it going to help me? And what should I do with it? So here we have a basic, when you think electricity, just think a new player, they're like, okay, we have electricity now. What can I do with it? We think lights, because let's face it, we always had the ceiling lights. We put low-grade fuel in it. That runs out. We have to go grind, get more fuel, so forth. Electricity can supply those lights. So at nighttime, lights are on, so forth. So let's just think about this. I'm going to try to break this down as easy as possible. To make electricity, we need what? We need electricity. That was kind of a dumb saying. But most people think electricity is a battery. Oh, I found a battery. That's electricity. That's going to fuel my base. That's going to bring me lights. Yes, it will. For 2 minutes. Literally, you're going to get 2 minutes and that's it. It's going to run out. You're going to have no way of charging it. So if we take right here is a basic battery. You're going to need this little wire tool. You're going to see it right here in the thing. Wire tools are easy to get. So if you look at a basic battery, you have power in, which is 0. You see power in, empty, 0. 0 is the units of power that is coming out. If we look to our right, it also says power output, empty, also says 0. That's because nothing's connected to it. So if we connect right now with this thing, we're going to left click on power output, click here, and then this is a simple switch. It's just an on and off switch, does nothing else but on and off. We're going to go to the bottom of it, that's where electric input, and the top is the electric output. So we're going to click the electric input on the bottom. So now we have a switch, but it does nothing. At the top we have output. Everybody's seen there's 2 types of lights in Rust. Generally we all know the ceiling lights because that's what we see in crates, so forth. In a lot of the videos you're going to see on YouTube, you're going to see this light right here, and everybody wonders, Well, how come I never see that? This is called a simple light. It is something you can spawn in. I do not think at all, I think it's not yet brought to the game. It is something that you can spawn in if you're on a build server or so forth, but it's called a simple light. The way you find that, if you hit F1 in a build server, right here under console, you go to items, you're going to look under miscellaneous. And because it's not all in the game, it's right here. It's called simple light. It looks like a mailbox. A lot of people have been asking me that. They're like, well, hey, I keep seeing this light, but I can't find it. And they can't find it because they look for the square. And a lot of people confuse it with the strobe light because it's kind of square, so forth. But it's a simple light. It looks like a mailbox. Anyways, this is a simple light, and this is a ceiling light. They both use the same amount of power. So if we take the battery, you found a battery running around grinding. We take the output, go into a switch, go from the switch to a simple light, power in, and click that. We can turn this on. Okay, great, we have electricity. I don't need to see anymore. Yes, but if you look at the battery, just take the wire tool and look down at the battery, you can see that charge left says 1 minute 48 seconds. So you had 2 minutes left on that battery. If you turn it off, that will stop degrading. So then we remember solar panels. Okay, a solar panel will charge a battery, but as I show you, if you look here right now, I'm getting 20 output from the sun. And generally with the solar panel, you want to go west to east. So if you look at the compass on the top, we'll see west, and then east is this way. That's the two directions you want to place your panels. So if I take that component there, the electric output, and I bring that into the battery, it's got 20 coming into it. As long as I'm not using that switch, it's going to keep charging that battery. But the minute you turn that on, so our light's back on, even though we have 20 units of power coming into that battery, it's downgrading. It's going down. It is draining the battery. So you're still losing power, even though you are constantly feeding way more. So there's 20 units of power coming from that panel coming into this. We only have this right here is using 9, but technically a light uses 2 units. As long as that battery is hooked up to anything other than a switch and technically a blocker, it's going to drain that battery. So if we just right click and hold to clear that battery stopped. Now it's at 144. If I take that to this little readout, this is called a counter. If we go to this counter, and then typically you would hold E, and then you would select show pass through. That's how you get the actual readout on it. So just showing that, we're still draining power because that readout's going to take power. So everybody asks, all right, so I have a battery, I have a switch, I have a light. How do I keep it from draining and being able to use it forever? And that's what these series are here for. Electricity can be amazing. It can do a lot of things for you, and I want to be that person that actually walks you through it. I'm not clickbait. I'm not here to ask for, I do like subscribes just to see that people are actually watching the videos, because there's going to be a bunch of videos coming out for this. But I want to teach you how to go from a simple power in, charging, turn the light on, to the more advanced of a heli base that when you drive up, doors open, turrets are protecting your base. Somebody comes up and they're not going to get to your base because the turrets is going to take care of that. So that's what this series is for. I'm here to walk you through it. If you have any questions along the way, I will always respond to the comments down below. So this here is an absolute breakdown from start A to the very end, and I get into some very intricate circuits. So stick around, click subscribe, make sure that you're getting all of those videos that come out, and I want to walk you through and show you just what electricity can do and how actual easy it can be to learn. Thank you for watching. That's episode 1. Starting next, we're going to get into the very next video we're going to do is going to be a video on how to take that solar panel and charge a battery so that during the daytime the power is coming from the solar panel and running your lights and everything else. But at nighttime, when there's no power going to that panel, then we use the battery. So a typical battery is going to get you 15 minutes, real life time, 15 minutes of full charge, a small battery. A large battery is going to get you about an hour, but a small battery is going to get you about 15 minutes when it's fully charged. So what we want at the end of the day on the next video is that solar panel to charge the battery when it's not being used, and your lights are running off the power, the 20 units of power instead of the battery, so that the battery can charge during the day and at nighttime we use it. So stick around, click subscribe, check out the next video, and we're going to break down each one of these circuits and how each thing works step by step. Trust me, this is a video you want to see. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. If you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments below. Click that subscribe, hit the like. I'm not clickbait. I'm going to tell you the real deal how to do this and why it's going to work for you. Thank you.